there, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into one of the coolest, most perfect shapes out there, the circle. And believe it or not, we're about to unlock its two biggest secrets.
So what exactly are these secrets? Well, every single circle, I don't care if it's a tiny button or a giant planet, is hiding two key things from you: how far it is to walk all the way around it, and how much space is actually inside of it. And guess what? We're going to figure out how to find both.
Okay, so to unlock these secrets, we can't just barge in. We need to forge a couple of special keys. These are going to be the tools that let us crack any circle puzzle we find. Let's get started on the first one.
All right, our first key is called the diameter. Just picture a straight line that goes all the way across the circle, but it has to pass right through the dead center. It's the widest part of the circle, simple as that. We usually just call it D to keep things short.
And our second key? That's the radius, or just R. This one's easy. It's just the distance from that center point out to the edge. And here's the most important part to remember. The radius is always exactly half of the diameter. Got it? Cool.
And now, for the master key. This is pi. You've probably seen this funny-looking Greek symbol before, right? Well, it's just a number. And for what we're doing, we're just going to call it 3.14. Seriously, this number is like the magic ingredient that unlocks everything about circles.
Okay, we've got our keys, so let's go unlock that first secret, the circumference. Now, circumference sounds kind of fancy, but all it means is the distance all the way around the outside. Think of it like this. If you were a tiny ant walking along the edge of a plate, the total distance you walked, that's the circumference. And you're not going to believe how simple the formula is. You just take our magic number, pi, and multiply it by the diameter. That's it. C equals pi times d. So clean, right?
All right, let's put this key to the test, shall we? Imagine you've got a circle, and its diameter is 10 inches. So how far is it around the edge? Let's figure this out together.
Okay, step one is always to just write down the formula. C equals pi times d. Easy. Now, step two, we just plug in what we know. Pi is 3.14, and the diameter we said was 10. So we've got 3.14 times 10. And now, all we got to do is the math. And boom! The answer is 31.4 inches. See how easy that was? With the right keys, that first secret didn't stand a chance. And the great thing is, the steps are always the same. Formula, plug in the numbers, solve. Done.
One secret down, one to go. Let's move on to the second one, the area. Now this is all about the space inside the circle. So if circumference was walking around the edge, think of area as like, how much cheese covers a whole pizza? It's the whole surface. The formula for area is a little bit different, but don't worry, it still uses our magic number, pi. This time, it's area equals pi times the radius again. You'll usually see it written as A equals pi times r squared.
Whoa. Don't get scared by that little 2 up there. R squared sounds complicated, but it literally just means radius times itself. That's it. So if your radius was, say, 4, then r squared is just 4 times 4. No big deal, right?
Okay, let's do another one. This time, let's say we have a circle with a radius of 4 meters. So what's the total space inside? Time to unlock this last secret. You know the drill. We follow the same steps. First, write down the formula. A equals pi times r squared. Now listen up, because this is the most important part. You always have to deal with that r squared bit first. So we do 4 times 4, which gives us 16. Then we can plug everything else in. So we get 3.14 times 16.
And the final answer is 50.24 square meters. We say square meters because we're measuring a flat surface, kind of like a floor tile. And just like that, we've cracked the second secret. Awesome!
And now you basically have the master key to circles. So let's put everything we learned together on one super handy summary card, kind of like a cheat sheet you can use anytime. So here's the bottom line. If you want to find the circumference, the distance around the outside, you need the diameter. The formula is C equals pi times d. And if you want to find the area, the space on the inside, you need the radius. And the formula is A equals pi times r squared. This little chart right here, this is your new best friend for circles.
Really, it all comes down to this. Just remember that magic number, 3.14, and know which of the two formulas you need to use. If you can do that, you can solve pretty much any circle problem that comes your way. It really is that simple. You've totally got this.
So, there you have it. You are officially equipped. You have the keys.
You can now figure out the secrets of any circle you see, whether it's a pizza, a bike wheel, a Ferris wheel, heck, even a planet's orbit. So the only question left is, now that you have the keys, what circles are you going to unlock?